If your sales go up one week and then they drop the next, or if you feel like you can't predict when the money is coming in, there's a pattern underneath that most business owners never even notice. Once you understand it, you can start building sales that feel steady instead of random. Now, I study brands every day. I look at what helps brands grow, these impact brands, and what makes them fall apart, and what keeps customers coming back time and time again. And while I'm rebuilding my own brand from the ground up, I'm paying very close attention to these patterns because I want my business to grow in a way that feels very stable and not stressful. Now, before this rebuild, I grew a business to over 4,000 five-star reviews with a 4.99 rating. And I've been an entrepreneur for more than 15 years in marketing, event planning, content creation, and brand development. And even with that background, I've had seasons where sales were all over the place. One week was great, the next week was dry, right? Then things would bounce back. Then they would drop again. And it felt like I was guessing. It felt like I was hoping, please give me some sales. And there was a lot of pressure on me because of that. But eventually I realized something, and it was something simple. My results were inconsistent because my message was also inconsistent. Most entrepreneurs think inconsistent sales happen because of timing or algorithms or competition from your competitors, right? Or maybe it's just luck. But most of the time, inconsistent sales come from inconsistent communication. Not the communication like posting every day, not that type of communication, but the communication like the story that your brand tells. Because when your message changes too often, customers feel very unsure. When your offer shifts every other week or every other day, right? They're going to hesitate. And when your tone or your direction keeps moving, they're not going to know what to expect from you. And people don't buy when things feel unpredictable. They buy when they feel sure of what they're going to get, right? They buy when things feel steady. Now, something that I see across every strong brand, whether it's something like Alex Hermosi or Russell Brunson, right, is that they repeat the same message long enough for people to believe it. They don't switch directions every time something feels slow. They don't rebuild their whole strategy every month. They reinforce the same idea until customers understand it. Once they get it, right, they're going to keep going until the customers, I understand. They get that aha moment, right? That is the pattern behind consistent sales, a consistent message that people can remember very easily. Now, when I look back at the seasons where my sales were very predictable, it wasn't because I was posting more or working harder. It was because I was repeating one strong idea long enough for people to connect with. And my audience knew what I stood for. They knew the value of what I offered. They knew what to expect when they bought from me. But when I kept changing things up, when I kept trying new things, trying new angles, new messages, new directions, right? My results started jumping all over the place. And not because I wasn't good at what I was doing, and it's also not because of what I was offering wasn't strong enough, but it was really because I wasn't giving people the chance to follow the same message long enough to trust what I was saying. Because consistency in sales always follows consistency in communication. If I am consistent with what I'm saying and how I'm saying it, the money will start to be consistent as well. The sales will start to be consistent. There's a pattern. Okay. There is a moment that happens before someone buys from you. Okay. And it's the same moment for everyone. Before they make a decision, they ask themselves one thing in their mind. Do I understand what this person is offering? If the answer is a quick yes, they're going to move forward. But if the answer is no or they're unsure, they're going to step back. They might say something like, I'm going to take a minute. Let me think about it. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to get back to you, right? This means that your income is tied to how clear and how steady your message feels to your customers. When the message is steady, when the sales are steady, that's when er, when your message is steady, okay? That's when your sales are steady, okay? When your messages keep moving all over the place, that's when your sales are going to move all over the place and jump around and dip like a roller coaster. So if you want consistent sales, your audience needs something consistent to follow. You don't need 100 new ideas every day, every week, okay? You don't need a new brand strategy every month either. You don't need to even reinvent everything that you're doing every time things slow down. What you need to do is just focus on your messaging. Figure out what that one strong message is. Repeat it long enough for people to trust it. Okay. That's it. Not about, trying to, be boring with it and just, give them a blah statement. You really have to think about your messaging, how you're saying it, engage, right? Make it something that they want to communicate with, but keep it easy. Okay. It's about being recognizable because people are going to buy from brands that they understand without any effort. If it's like easy as cake, well, I don't know how easy cake is. It's easy to eat, right? Then they're going to join. They're going to participate in your offer. Now, when you give people a message they can follow, everything starts to feel a lot easier for your customer and for you. Okay. Your content is going to start having better direction. Your offers are going to start making more sense. Your audience will know what you specialize in. And guess what's going to happen from there? Your sales are going to begin to stack instead of scatter. They're not going to go all over the place. They're going to start growing. Consistency doesn't come from more effort. Remember that. It comes from the message that's strong enough to carry your business forward. So focus on what that is. Now, if your sales are unpredictable, take a look at your message before you look at your marketing. What you say and how you steady what you say shapes how people buy from you. So when your message stays in one direction, your business starts to grow in one direction too. If your message is all over the place, remember your business will be all over the place. So stay focused on one message. Make sense? All right. If this helped you understand where consistent sales really come from, please subscribe to the channel, friend. I share a new lesson every day for the next 365 days as I rebuild my brand from scratch and study what actually helps businesses grow with real impact. So I appreciate your support, my friend. Make sure to tune in, and I will see you in the next one.